guys, so I'm at the TRC today, just on my way to Idol. So I had a late start, so it's like 11:30ish. And I'm just making it here, so I'm like 30 minutes late, but that way I don't have to queue, and since I don't need anything in a hurry, I just need to look around, it's fine. So it's just right here on the other side of this wall. So I'm just gonna go and try to find my friend. And there is a lot of people already, so yeah, that's going to be fun. Like, they have a lot. If you can see all those posters, that's the names of the participants. So that's really a lot. of idol, and, or should I say I love doll, because there is this little heart shape in between. So it was pretty nice, and thanks to an awesome person who is going to recognize herself, I got the doll I wanted from Groove. So basically, let me tell you the story. I'm gonna sit down here and I'm gonna tell you the story. So there was this Groove sample sale there, and I knew they had a Mad Hatter because when they announced that they're going to have a sample sale, they had a picture with the Mad Hatter there. So obviously it had to be there. But this time they had a very tiny little table and they put a few dolls there, and we were all gathered around, and I was with my friend, and I just decided, okay guys, I'm going to wait until she comes out. I'm not picking up any other doll. There was a few dolls I was interested in, so like there was an Easy doll I was interested in, but I couldn't remember if I had him or not. So I just didn't take him because I just couldn't remember. There was also Taeyang Albireu, but at some point it got lost in translation or somewhere in the box. Yeah, like, so they put the small amount of dolls and we tried to pick, and they put more, and like people were around trying to pick. And I was like, oh, should I get her? And I was like looking, is she coming out or not? And so I just moved around the table, and like I stayed standing near to the cardboard boxes where the doll were coming out from. And so I waited and waited, and the girl was there, the woman was there, and she was picking up the doll and putting them on the table, taking some from the table that people apparently weren't too interested in, and putting it back inside the boxes. That's where Albireu disappeared the first time. Like, it was gone. I knew which box he was there, but I was like, no, I'm not gonna ask for it, that's pointless. So anyway, so I was waiting, and then she opened a big box and she took a lot of Pullip out, and I see the Pullip Mad Hatter, but she left it in the box. So she put the other doll on the table. So I'm just there, and I'm waiting, and I'm waiting, and I'm waiting, and I'm just wondering, are they going to like go to the end of the box? And then like several times she goes to that box, I see the Mad Hatter, but she doesn't pick it up. She just picks 3 dolls and not the Mad Hatter. And then at one point, of course, she's gonna pick the Mad Hatter, right? So she picked the Mad Hatter, and she moved to put it on the table, and I'm just behind her, and like me and another girl, we sort of picked it up at the same time, but she got hurt. And that girl was a friend of a girl I was talking on Facebook from the Netherlands, and we were talking, and we were supposed to meet today, and so she was like, no, you give it to her because she's like waiting for dolls. She's got a lot of doll and stuff, so just give it to her. And the girl, she's just give the doll, and like my friend pick it up because she kind of, you know, she knows that's the one I want. And I end up with the doll. So thanks to all those people who actually grabbed the doll faster than luckily would do, I managed to get the Mad Hatter before any of the other people around got the Mad Hatter. I don't know if anyone else was interested in her, just it was only one of her, and I was like, oh my god, like I needed that doll because she's the last one from the Steampunk series. I have the Cheshire Cat. I say that maybe in the previous video, or maybe I didn't tell you yet. I got the Cheshire Cat a few days ago, so I just missed the Cheshire Cat and the Mad Hatter on the Steampunk Alice series, and now I got all of them, so I'm just like so happy. So I got the doll and I was like, yeah. And the group manager said, oh, only one today, and I'm like, yeah. I kind of wanted the Easel, I kind of wanted Albireu, but I was like, I'm going to be adult and reasonable, and I only got one, so yeah. That's basically what happened at the Groove booth, and I had a few talks, like we went for lunch, and then I went back alone and I stopped at the Groove booth and we had this discussion about the dolls that are here. So basically I explained, like, we discussed the new prototype that you haven't seen. So one, like, let me explain to you what are the new Pullip prototypes. So one is from a book, a very old Japanese book from like 70 years ago. The book has been published for 70 years. So basically they have like a lot of older fans. So, but Groove, like, the people they want to sell doll are the younger people. But maybe that might work. And she is kind of good. Like, if you want to know what she looks like a crossing between Anne of the Green Gables, except she has like black hair, then go back up, like braid, but go back up. She's dressed in red, and she has this like sort of Meg style outfit, not the jeans jacket, but the dress underneath of Meg. So that's basically what that prototype looked like, and she has a ad that definitely needs changing, so I agree with the room manager about that. But she's not bad. She's very classical, she's very like old style, like my grandmother time young lady kind of. So yeah, she's sort of cute. And then you have the other one who is to die for, except they're going to change her hair, which I'm not happy about. So they have like a small little doll, and she has this blonde wig with pink and sort of maybe a little bit green hair, and they apparently cannot keep that wig because of the style, like it's too complicated to make. But it was gorgeous. It was like wavy a little bit, like the sort of nicely wavy, not messy wavy, so you can brush it and it's not gonna be a mess basically. And it was like gorgeous, and she has this like green eyes, kind of like mine if mine were only green, like very realistic green eyes. And she has pink face up with adorable freckles, and she has like a shirt, a white shirt with little tiny flowers, and she has a sort of overall skirt. So it's like a skirt with the front and the straps pink, like deliciously pink, kind of like vintage pink. And she has green ties and little brown boots. The boots are not so great. They're like the plastic kind with like the shoelaces were painted in like white. So the boots are not good, not so good. But like the rest, like it's not really boots. It's like the sneakers. Well, it's like I didn't like the shoes so much, so. And she had a little flower, paper flower inside one of her pockets, because she has like that overall skirt with like pockets on it. And it's like so much detail, so gorgeous. She's adorable. And she has bear headband. So she has like the headband, sort of like felted fleece fabric with little bear ears. And he asked me, if you have to pick one of those dolls, if you buy one of those dolls, all of them, like there was a Cinderella, there was the Beauty and the Beast, both. There was a Token Ranbu, there was a Too Good, I'm going to talk about that soon, and there was the two brand new prototype. And he said, if you gotta buy one doll out of all of them, which one is it? And I was like, it's a doll. It's definitely 100% a doll. She's amazing, and they're gonna change, because she's just a prototype, they're gonna change her a little bit, and I'm like, she's just gorgeous. Anyway, so about the book, apparently like there is a split between what the European people like apparently the European people like the one who's dressed in blue. I don't remember the name. So the one who's looked like Allura and is dressed in blue, and I said yes, that one is like, she looks like a panda, because she has like, she is dressed in Japanese style, but for me it looks kind of Chinese, and she has those like eyelashes so close up together around the side of her eyes, she looks like a panda. So I was like, this one is like she has a panda look to her, She can be dark, but not so dark because she's like kawaii panda style. And the other one, apparently the Japanese people like the one who has the braids that look like Little Red Hood. And I think a lot of people like her because she looks like Little Red Hood. So that's what we discussed about the group. And then we talked about the Disney. And apparently they need to have them approved every single time, and it takes forever. So that's why they're coming out so slowly, because they need the approval every time. I'm not sure how it works really, but anyway, so I said that they were okay, kinda okay, but that something was missing. And he said that he also thought something was missing and he didn't know what. And I'm telling him like, well, what is missing on those dolls is the quality of the clothing. Because I showed him by comparing the Gook clothes, who are extremely well fitted. There is a definition in every, like the seam lines are absolutely perfect. The outfit of the Gook girl, I never saw them in person before. They are 100% like perfect. There is no mistake in the sewing, in anything. The Gook girl are 100% perfect. And then I pointed out all the mistakes of like sewing and patterns that they made on the Cinderella and on the Belle doll. So I said, for me personally, like the fact that you released Cinderella first and you already had a Cinderella and you had to like people were comparing, I was comparing, and it's like day and night. Like the Cinderella in the first Cinderella was so much better. And he said it needs to appeal not to Pullip fan, but to Disney fan. To which I answer that if they have the quality, Disney fans are not going to complain. And that like it looked like the clothes had been made for a different body, because if you look at Cinderella, you have this huge gap at the shoulder and like the breast, and like all the Belle and the Cinderella, I think the dress, the skirt part of the dress doesn't hang low enough. It's like the trunk of the dress should have been a little bit longer. So that's what I said. So yeah, that was a discussion, and I asked if they were going to get more of the Disney doll, and the only answer I got was like, oh, it's difficult for us because we need to get approval every time. So I think they're going to have more, because it doesn't make sense to have, like, it makes sense to have Belle alone. If Belle was the first one to come, it would have made sense to have only Belle. But since they have already Cinderella, they are supposed to have more than that, because otherwise it logically doesn't make any sense. The reason why it would make sense if they had Belle alone was because Belle came out kind of at the same time, approximately, as the movie. Like, it was a little bit delayed, but yeah, sort of. But having the Cinderella first didn't make sense to me, so like, my guess is, my personal guess is that they're gonna have more. And I asked for the Little Mermaid, because I know like a lot of you want a mermaid, and if it's not like, because we have a dark mermaid, so we need a lively, happy mermaid. And I actually say that because just in case they don't continue Disney, I hope they would at least make a mermaid, even if it's not Ariel. So that's for the groove part of the day, and I have another part to talk about, which is the Harmonia Bloom. So I think I'm gonna take my train and I'm gonna talk about the Harmonia Bloom in a different setting. Sorry guys, I was very thirsty, so I decided to go to the train station, and they have like vending machine everywhere, so I got some tea. So yes, what I was saying, Harmonia Bloom. So first, what happened was, the main reason for me to actually, I don't know if it's good because there is a train, let me wait a little bit. So the train is gone. So I was saying the main reason, if not the only reason for me to go to the Idol event today was the Harmonia Bloom presentation. For those of you who haven't been following the news recently, Goodsmile, who is the amazing creator of Figma and Nendoroid. Nendoroid are very high quality figures, like the chibi version, and Figma are high quality figures with articulation, like kind of, you have seen, I have one, like I have like a review of 3 of them actually. So if you haven't seen that, just check out the Nendoroid and the Figma thing. So Goodsmile, who is the creator of that Nendoroid and Figma, decided to start making 1/6 doll. So that's the scale. So it's like a 1/6 doll, but the head is slightly bigger, a little bit like Pullip. So they are sort of, I think they are smaller than dolls. They are extremely cute. They don't close their eyes. They have articulation, a little bit articulated like Figmas, I guess. Like they have like the ball and the spike. Like I think, who else is doing that? I think the new Azon body also has that joint. And Nendoroid joints when they have like just the ball and the spike. So basically that's articulation of the body. They are articulated at the ankle, at the wrist, elbow, knees, hips, probably neck. Sorry, there is another train. So they have the glass eyes, very realistic, nice little eyes, and they have this sort of anime face. So that was the main reason why I was going there today. And what happened, so I went there with my friend and I took a lot of pictures of them. And if you followed them on Twitter or Instagram, they would give you a badge. So we both got our badges. And then like I came back because I was thinking, okay, I'm gonna ask them like a sort of like price and when they're coming out and the kind of thing, because those weren't said anywhere. So I went back there and I asked, okay, I don't know the price so far, but as I asked, when is the train? When are they coming out? And I was told that they are coming out next year, probably somewhere around spring. So I know like they tend to be generally a little bit delayed. So she says spring, I'm gonna say late spring, maybe like a little bit later. And because I was there and talking to them, she said, oh, if you follow us on Instagram too, because she remembered me from following her on Twitter, she said, oh, if you follow us on Instagram too, you can have the second page. So I have in the second one. They only had 2, so I have like all of the Harmonia Bloom goodie in town at the moment. So yeah, people love me. So yeah, I guess. So and they are like very cute. Like they are even cuter in person than on the picture. And they have like, you can have, it's kind of very similar to Pullip as a way like the face up. You could probably like create a lot of different face up just the way you do it for Pullip. Like I think the way you do it for Pullip is a little bit different from ball jointed dolls, because Pullip has this face which is sort of a little bit human, but like human style, but not very realistic. So Harmonia Bloom has the same quality. She has a small nose and small mouth like anime character, but the eyes are sort of more realistic. So it gives a sort of more kind of hybrid style, and it's very peculiar and it's very cute, and I think it has a lot of possibilities. So I just cannot wait to get one of them, like mine. So I don't know, like they presented 3 different dolls, so I don't know if they are going to like get them out like one by one or all of them, or if they're gonna like get one out and you can customize. I have no idea. Okay, my train is here, I'll talk to you later. the island in Tokyo Bay. Like they have like different islands. So I was on one of them, I think, or around anyway, Tokyo Bay. So this is the water of Tokyo Bay, guys. And I've never actually been there in that part, and I should totally do that someday. It looks like they have like cool stuff over there. So as you can see, I'm back home and I changed because it was raining, so I got wet a little bit. And you can see my hair is crazy because it's always crazy when it rains. It's always crazy anyway. So I was talking about Harmonia Bloom, and so if, like I said, they are articulated at the ankle, and I'm pretty sure someone is going to check out the picture and say they're not, because on the pictures, the very first picture they put out, they were on a different body. So the body on the pictures is not as good as the body they have at the moment. And if you, like, I have picture in this video of the Harmonia Bloom, and you can probably see those dolls, like articulations there. I'm not sure about the feet. I don't know. Oh, I like took the picture, but I think maybe I have some feet in there. So that's for the clarification. And also they are wearing wigs, I think, like, because they wear wigs with like a center point, so that's definitely wig. If they wear like rooted doll, you wouldn't see that center point. So basically that's all. And to tell you how cute they are, normally when I look at a doll, I look at the outfit. Do I look like the outfit? Is it elaborated enough? And from memory right now, I cannot tell you about the outfit at all, because I just, like, they were so cute that I only look at their face. Like, the faces were like really adorable. So that's how cute they are, really. So that's it. Oh yeah, another thing that Goodsmile is doing, they are created Nendoroid doll hybrids. So basically, Nendoroid people sometimes take the head and put them on Obitsu 11 to make an hybrid with like bigger bodies that can have like a different range of motion and put clothes on. And when you put that head onto the Obitsu 11 body, it kind of look like a Cupid, right? So now Goodsmile is going to have their own body. So I don't know if they are going to sell the body alone separately, or if they are going to sell the full doll, because they had a presentation, like they had presentation doll, 2 of them, and they actually fit in the Nendoroid room, so we could see how they fit in the Nendoroid room. And so it says 3,800 plus tax. So I don't know if it's that for the body alone or if it's for the full doll. But that's really, really cute, and I think, like, I like the aesthetic of that body better than Obitsu 11. I actually don't like Obitsu 11 at all. I think it's just, like, so squarish. Like, I know with clothes it looks good, but yeah, I don't like that aesthetic, but the body looks a lot better on those. So that's for the Goodsmile for today. Otherwise, I looked at like Cocoriang and Dear Mine, and they have like those adorable little rabbits. And they even make squirrels now. So I was like, oh, the squirrels, that's new. I never saw the squirrel before. So they have like this cute little squirrel dolls. Anyway, so guys, I think that's all for today. If I remember something later, I'm going to like make another video, but I think it's fine for today. Iki is being a clown again. Do you want to see Iki right now? He's being a clown. He's running away. Anyway, so yes, that's all for today, guys. Don't forget to subscribe. Have fun whatever you do, and see you next time for something else. Bye.